try a curry because they're probably one of my most popular videos. So today I'm making a really quick and easy chicken Penang style curry, and this is going to be cooked using pressure, so it's really quick. And what I love most about this is that the chicken becomes so tender, and that is exactly how I like my chicken. And I just think that it's a really simple, easy method, and I really do hope that you enjoy this. Let me know in the comments if you do give it a try, because I love to hear from all of you. And don't forget to go over to my Facebook group as well and share anything that you make over there, whether that's one of my recipes, one of your own, something that you've come up with or created. Doesn't really matter. Share a photo, because we all love seeing what everyone is doing with the Ninja Foodies. So over on my Facebook group, so it's just Susannah's Kitchen, you'll find me over there. So if you do enjoy today's recipe, don't forget to hit the like button for me, and also subscribe if you're new here on YouTube, or you've watched me before but you haven't yet hit that subscribe button below, because it really does help me so much. And as always, the very last thing to mention to you is I do have my brand new cookbook that is out now, and I've had so many orders today. They have just been flying in, which is amazing. So thank you for all your support. And if you do want a copy of my 4 seasons cookbook or my 99 Ninja Foodie recipes, they're all available on my website, which is www.susannaskitchen.uk. I do have a recipe subscription over there as well, so if you want a printable recipe of any of my recipes, there's over 350 of them on there now. Head over there and check that out. Right, let's go and get in the kitchen and let's start cooking. Let's get the Ninja onto sear and saute. Level 3, I think, should be about right. Some spray oil in the bottom of our pot. I'm making a Penang curry, really nice and simple. It's going to be pressure cooked and the chicken goes so tender. I'm going to begin by softening my onion. So let's just scrape that off my chopping board. There you go. I've also got my chicken prepared, and then on this side I've also got my peppers and carrots, and I've got some lime. So we just want to begin by softening those onions just a little bit before we move on. Let's add in the chicken. I like just to get a little bit of colour on my chicken, rather than just going straight onto pressure cooking. You can put this all in and just pressure cook it. There's no reason why you can't. Everything's going to be cooked. But for me, it's about textures, making the most of the flavours. And I also like to add in my curry paste. So it's a red Thai curry paste that we're using in this dish. And I think that it's nice to kind of toast off those spices that would be in there. Now in with the curry paste. So this is 2 chicken breasts, about half an onion. And I'm going to stir that through. And that smells wonderful already. Let's put in our red pepper and our carrots. Now, of course, they are going to soften when we're cooking this. You can afford now to turn the heat up a bit higher. Let's get a bit of our lime and just give that a squeeze. It's just a quarter of a lime there. A little bit of juice in, and also a little bit of zest. Some brown sugar. About 10 grams of brown sugar, a teaspoon of fish sauce, and a teaspoon of rice vinegar. If you want a bit more chili in this, then you can add some fresh chili if you prefer to have a good amount of heat in here. So the red Thai curry paste that I used was about 30 grams. I think that's probably going to be enough. I'm going to turn off the sear and saute. And let's add in our coconut milk. Now this is a full fat coconut milk, and I am using 250 millilitres. And that is all there is to this. We put the lid down, seal the pressure valve, slide over to pressure cook. And then I go high with a quick release for 8 minutes. Okay, so pressure has been released and we can open the lid. So of course, when you pressure cook something, you need the liquid to be able to do that. So we've got a runny sauce. A Penang curry generally has a little bit of a thicker sauce than this. So you can either add a cornflour slurry to this, and we can put it on to sit and saute. So the first thing I'm going to do is stop the pressure cook and then put it on to sit and saute, because that's going to start thickening our sauce. But I'm actually going to add a cornflour slurry into that. So that's 1 or 2 tablespoons of cornflour, mix with a little bit of water and then add it in. And with a cornflour slurry, you always want to dilute the cornflour in some water separately before you put it in, because it does have a tendency to go all lumpy if not, and that's really not something you want. So you can see that has thickened it up a little bit already. I tend to do a tablespoon, see how it is, and then add another one if I feel it needs to. Obviously, just because traditionally it would be thick, if you want a thinner sauce and you like that with your rice, then go with it. It's really down to you. It's your dinner. You're the one eating it. So do as you wish. I think now I'm just going to let that blip away just for a minute or two. And that should really be enough for me. And then I'm happy to serve it. Okay, so I'm going to turn off the sear and saute. As I explained, if you want your sauce a little bit thicker, just continue on sear and saute, and also add a little bit more corn flour if you feel it needs it. This is looking absolutely delicious. And there we go. There is my Penang curry with gorgeous chunks of chicken, which are so tender. Veg is lovely and soft. I've served it with some rice that I'd already actually made, and it's like a yellow rice, got turmeric and some spices in that, and then a wedge of lime. Obviously you can serve it with whatever you like.